In the small town of Eldridge Hollow, Ashwood Manor was the stuff of legends, an old, crumbling house that loomed at the edge of a dense forest. It had been abandoned for decades, and the stories that swirled around it were enough to send chills down my spine. The kids in town dared each other to approach it, but no one ever dared to step inside. I always felt an inexplicable pull toward it, a curiosity that nagged at me. One autumn evening, my best friend Jake and I decided to explore the manor. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and a mix of excitement and dread, we made our way down the overgrown path leading to the front door. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decay, and as we reached the entrance, I felt a chill creep up my spine. The door creaked open, revealing a dark hallway that seemed to stretch endlessly. Dust motes danced in the beam of my flashlight as I swept it across peeling wallpaper and remnants of furniture. Faded photographs lined the walls, capturing smiling faces that now felt like hollow specters watching our every move. "Let's check out the upstairs," Jake suggested, his voice barely above a whisper. I hesitated but nodded, the thrill of the unknown urging me on. We climbed the staircase, each step echoing ominously in the silence. At the top, a long corridor awaited us, with doors on either side, each one a potential portal to another world, or another nightmare. As we opened the first door, I was struck by the sight of a child's bedroom, frozen in time. Toys lay scattered across the floor, and a dusty rocking horse swayed gently, though there was no breeze. I felt an unsettling pull toward the room, but Jake insisted we move on. We opened door after door, finding echoes of a life that had long since vanished. And then I heard it, a soft, melodic laughter echoing from the end of the hallway. My heart raced, and I exchanged a nervous glance with Jake. "Did you hear that?" I asked, dread pooling in my stomach. We crept toward the sound, drawn in despite the growing sense of unease. As we reached the last door, the laughter faded, replaced by an eerie silence. I pushed it open, revealing a dark, empty room. Just as we were about to turn back, the door slammed shut behind us, trapping us inside. Panic surged through me as I grasped the doorknob, but it wouldn't budge. "Clara, what's happening?" Jake shouted, his voice laced with fear. The air around us grew colder and shadows began to twist and swirl. I felt a presence, something heavy and suffocating pressing down on me. Then I saw it, a pale child emerging from the darkness, her hollow eyes fixed on us, a sorrowful smile on her lips. "Play with me," she whispered, her voice echoing in my mind. "No, let us out," I screamed, but her giggle echoed sinisterly, resonating deep within my bones. The shadows thickened, wrapping around us, pulling us closer to her. In that moment, it dawned on me. The laughter we had heard wasn't joyous. It was a cry for help, a plea from a lost soul trapped in this manor's grasp. Desperation surged within me, and I reached out to the child. "We can help you. Just tell us how." Her smile faded, replaced by an expression of deep sadness. "You must leave before it's too late," she said, her voice trembling. "They want you to stay." Then, as if my plea had broken some unseen barrier, the door flew open, and a gust of wind swept through the room, scattering dust and shadows like leaves in a storm. Jake and I stumbled into the hallway, breathless and terrified. We didn't look back as we fled down the stairs and burst out into the moonlit night. Once we reached the edge of the forest, I turned to Jake, my heart still pounding. "Did that really happen?" I asked, shaking. "I don't know," he replied, eyes wide with fear. "But I'm never going back there." We ran home, the child's laughter echoing in my mind, a haunting reminder of Ashwood Manor's dark secrets. As I lay in bed that night, the shadows in my room twisted and turned, whispering promises of what lurked just beyond the veil of sleep.